Well, hello there, everyone. You have right here, you talk about, for around Christmas time right here, that this right here would be example right here of like a source of poster right here. And I'm sure that we've all, heard of Hailee Seinfeld's music right here. I talk about the, for most girls and, other songs that she has sang as well. But you have right here's my Photoshop work right here. And I know from before I was talking about that this right here will be example right here of like maybe like a calendar. And I know that we would probably say that any calendars that we're going to be getting that thinking is to where you want to get one maybe for Disney 101 Dalmatians, or maybe Beauty and the Beast, or maybe Cinderella, or maybe Aladdin, some particular character like that. But anything about music artists. And I know that before I was mentioning too about like for like Avon sales. And so that's just the thing that if you're going to have like a calendar right here, but let's just say that that with this painting right here, it would also represent for like talking about for the future concerts for Hailee Seinfeld and for most girls. And each time that I hear that song that I mentioned before, it's going to remind me a little bit of which calls like yeah, most girls. It's like for whenever the room it's like for dark and light, and I'm like so yeah, whenever I'm gonna be looking at them. Yeah, and I remember that one of the first times I heard that song was on New Year's. So it seems like that yeah, that around the time of New Year's, especially on New Year's Eve, that I'm gonna hear that song by Hailee Seinfeld, to where most girls are much more sweet and strong and beautiful. Most girls, let's see, I want to be like most girls. But anyway, prefer how the song lyrics goes. But I know that that if I were to memorize the song lyrics and knowing about most girls like the reading journal, but anyway, talk about and then most girls are nice and sweet, and so yeah, that you talk about for most girls, but basically that this right here was supposed to be example right here of like source of poster though, and it's like for any source of concert. So I want to show everybody here like this right here was supposed to be like a poster design right here, and for most girls right here, but then you have right here for 2020, and in case if somebody were to ask me that for being a graphic artist, that the first thing that you got to think about really, that if you're going to be doing something really new and artistic, that why do you want to put the year on there, the year for 2020, and it's I'm like yeah, that I could also maybe put that for April 2020 as well. I'm like I'll go ahead and put right here for April 2020. So I know that that with anything about what you call your source of graphic design right here, and you're likely thinking too that if you're going to be doing any source of work, such as working with Photoshop, just to be able to put some of the stuff together right here, and so let's just say that yeah, that whenever I'm working on this painting right here, that a lot of us maybe weren't to where that okay, if you're going to be doing something artistic, that why does it show April of 2020 right here? So I talk about the future. So I guess a lot of times with most of my designs, I look at that mainly to where that if I'm going to be talking about the future, then chances are that maybe somebody's going to approach it faster. And so let's just say that if this was right here was supposed to be like a poster design right here. And before, I mentioned before about like an idea for like an Avon catalog. And I know that, let's say that, yeah, well, really, if something like this were to be available like through an Avon catalog, you would think that if anything, they would be priced quite different, compared to, other sales places like, so, Amazon or something like that. But still, I know that, that something like this right here, especially if we're talking about for like beauty products or something like that. But really though, that for what I know about Hailee Seinfeld is that she was a singer, but I know she's probably made a few movies too, but I don't think that she's really been known for any sorts of makeup products or cosmetic products or anything like that. But let's just say that with Hailee Seinfeld though, if I were to get into anything about what's called dating, or if anything about checking in ladies stuff, doing any shopping for ladies, then it's possible that I'm gonna maybe see maybe a country artist, a Kelsey Ballerini or some other source of a female music artist, and want to know too that most girls. And I wonder too, maybe why is it that the song that does not go by, most ladies are most strong and sweet and beautiful. Most ladies. I'm like, yeah, most girls. So I think that maybe that a little bit of the song that, and I can maybe guess that too, that the way the song is announced is that whenever you're singing about most girls, and so yeah, that most girls, I guess, yeah, the way the gentleman would say girls is mainly about, okay, they are what you call charming and knowing about that they are out, just to be able to meet the gentleman and introduce you for what they do. And but still, I know that that with most of the time, though, what I think about ladies, or what I think about most females, or if it's artist, or if it's going to be anything about bath and beauty works or products or something like that. That what I think about lady girls though is that for anything related to about what I think about them, and especially that they're going to maybe ask me, yeah, do you think that I'm beautiful? But according to the song lyrics goes by, is that really though that it's not. I don't think the song really goes by. Do you think that I'm beautiful? To the gal, to the guys, do you think that I'm beautiful? And but still, that talk about for most girls, and so whenever I hear that song, I hear it most of the time, especially around New Year's. Yeah. Besides, the song that goes by, if it's going to be anything, any other song in particular, and let's just say that if it's anything related to any other song of lyrics to go, but still, I know that that with most of the songs that you hear about around at New Year's, though, that you would hear them, especially around New Year's, and want to know too that a lot of times that you hear those songs, and it's going to maybe remind you a little bit of something, and but still though that whenever I was painting this right here, that I was mainly thinking about that yeah, that things to expect for 2018, and one of those will be like, yeah, a college education. Yeah. So anybody say that, yeah, well, not all girls have a really good college education, but let's just say that if that song is going to maybe remind me a little bit of prom night. I mean, let's just say if it was prom, maybe for my future prom night. We all know what prom and homecoming is. It's basically a time for whenever the gals get together with the guys, and then they have their nice time, and then they're able to dance and listen to music, that sort of stuff. But I know that most of the time with most of the time with college students, so it seems like quite a bit of things, a lot of things are quite different compared to the high school proms. So in case if somebody were to ask me that compared to your high school year and then compared to your college year, that would you think that you could see just quite a bit different? I'm like, well, here's the thing that there was only, yeah, about maybe, especially on the senior year, there were only about maybe 5 or 6 parties going on during my senior year in high school, and maybe every once in a while that, maybe during the springtime or maybe around the summertime that there's going to be parties going on, during the certain times of the day. But still, though, that if somebody were to ask me that, yeah, do you go to parties very often? And, if you were to be going to the homecoming dance and want to know who you're going to be dancing with. And so let's just say that if somebody were warned to word that, if you're able to dance with anybody in particular and want to know, I'm like, yeah, anybody in particular, but the cutest gal, the cutest, young lady or somebody like that. But still, though, that working on this right here, that I mainly came up with the idea right here for like a calendar. So every time I would here the song of Most Girls a lot of times is going to remind me a lot of New Year's, because a lot of times around New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, that it's like say yeah on during 2018 is whenever I heard that this song right here, and so I know that most girls that some ladies that may look at that to where okay most girls that with most girls that it basically means is that yeah that I've seen the music video before, and I guess a lot of times I guess it goes starts by saying is to where that the lady asks the gentleman to do something, and they're like, you're not like most girls. So I guess it's like yeah, not like most girls. Like in some girls are to be attractive to some, most girls are most. So I guess it's all about is to where that guys won't do certain things with girls. And I guess it's like say, you're not like most girls. But, not all girls are going to be perfect. So I guess that's kind of like how the song lyrics go about is to where some girls, I'm like, yeah, some girls are shy. Yeah, how many guys are going to be shy compared to the girls? Whenever the girls, when they're shy and nervous to really to talk to the guys, and then it all starts by saying is to her that you're not like most guys. You're not like most girls. Some girls, and then if anybody say that, yeah, that the tone of the voice, especially like you know, I'm not like most girls. Like, you're not like most girls, but still that just to be able to approach the gentleman and just for the girls to just for the guys to approach the gentleman and approach the just for the guys to approach the ladies, and then just for the ladies to approach the guys. A lot of times it seems like it all goes by is toward what do you approach them by? Their earrings, or maybe their hair look, or maybe just by the way that they just kind of you know say that yeah, if like you take a closer walk or something like that. But still, whenever I hear that song, it's going to remind me a lot of times, like other songs too, other songs, but still, this song a lot of times is going to remind me of my college year. And for whatever reason, it's going to remind me of the college year, just like, say other songs that I've heard as well. But anyway, to talk about it there, it's like for most girls, like for 2018. But I know if this right here was supposed to be an example right here of like anything about what's called like an Avon catalog. And I know that like a calendar or any source of catalog. And I arranged this right here to where that the song lyrics for most girls to be going up beside hair like that. But I know that that most of the time the girls are going to maybe ask is that who did this artwork right here? Who did this artwork? And if they find out that yeah, that was a gentleman who did the artwork right here, and I want to know too that really between what do you think is really for most girls and what do you think is more for most guys? Yeah, the guys are going to be handing out the tickets, but then yeah, the girls are going to be yeah, doing the dancing and wearing the nice dresses or whichever. But yeah, is there anything in that song lyrics that goes by? Most girls are most plump, and wearing dresses or something like that. Wearing dresses, I don't. I maybe wonder why maybe that's not in the lyrics, but I guess there's certain reasons why. Anyway, we talk about it here for April of 2020 right here. So I know that this right here would be example right here of like maybe a little bit like a paying for like a poster for a concert, and so that's why that whenever I work on this, I keep thinking too to get, to develop some ideas, and then anything about what's called what that possible what for a future design for a future work, future concert mainly, anything that's going to approach anybody really. But anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and have a great day.